Welcome back for another deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're looking at some really powerful source material, key excerpts from the classic story Lord of the Flies.
Right. Unforgettable stuff.
And our mission today is really to unpack what these specific passages show us about, well, human nature when society's rules just disappear.
Okay, let's jump in. So the sources, they drop us right onto this island. It looks amazing at first, right? There's that bit about the shore, the palm trees.
The shore was fledged with palm trees.
Yes,
The lagoon was still as a mountain lake. Sounds idyllic.
totally. But then almost immediately you get that line.
Yeah. No grown-ups.
Exactly. And the source notes the delight of a realized ambition in the boy who says it, Ralph.
So right away you have this contrast the sources set up. Beautiful place, but, no adults.
Mm-hmm. And then we meet the first two characters the sources focus on. Ralph, the fair boy.
And Piggy the fat boy. The text is quite specific about him, the asthma, the glasses, which become so important.
Yeah. And that nickname he didn't want shared, which Ralph immediately blurts out. So you see that dynamic, that sort of casual cruelty, almost instantly.
But what's interesting, the sources show them trying to establish order almost right away.
Yeah, with the conch shell, found in the lagoon, described as that gleaming tusk.
And blowing it creates that rushing sound. It becomes their tool, their symbol for assembly, for trying to be civilized.
That first meeting, the sources say something was being done. There's a sense of purpose.
They even hold an election. Ralph gets chosen. You voted me for chief, he says later.
But Jack, he's already got his own power base with the choir.
Right, he immediately stakes his claim. Jack's in charge of the choir. They can be hunters.
So you see the seeds of division planted right alongside the attempts at unity, though the sources do mention that fleeting moment of being friends.
They try to build structure, don't they? The signal fire is the big one. Their hope for rescue.
Absolutely. And what do they need to light it?
Piggy's glasses. Ralph just snatches them, the source says. Uses them like a tool.
Which works, but then chaos.
Yeah, that's where the sources show things going wrong fast. The fire isn't controlled. It becomes this savage arm of heat.
And in the middle of all that, the horrifying realization.
That little one. Where is he now? The boy with the birthmark. Gone.
It's the first real casualty, unspoken almost, but it hangs there. Paradise already has teeth.
And you see that divergence growing, like you said. Ralph is all about the fire, rescue.
While Jack, it's hunting, hunting, hunting.
The sources give us that direct quote. All you can talk about is pig, pig, pig.
And meanwhile, practical things, like shelters.
Aren't getting done. Ralph complains. All day I've been working with Simon, no one else. The frustration is palpable.
And underneath it all, this fear starts bubbling up, especially with the little ones.
The nightmares. They talk and scream, the sources say, as if it wasn't a good island.
Which leads to the talk of the beastie, this external monster.
But Simon, he offers that really insightful, chilling thought.
Maybe it's only us. That the monster might be internal.
Wow. Then comes that moment. The absolute turning point in these passages.
Jack's hunters finally kill a pig. Huge success for them. We've killed a pig.
But
they let the signal fire go out.
just as a ship passes on the horizon. Oh, the agony in that scene.
Ralph is incandescent with rage. You let the bloody fire go out. You feel it in the text.
And Jack's response. It's not guilt. It's excitement about the kill. You should have seen the blood.
And the sources show the beginnings of that ritual chant.
Kill the pig. Cut her throat. Spill her blood. Primal.
And Jack embraces the face paint. I painted my face, he says. It's a mask. A way to become someone else.
Liberating for him, maybe, but terrifying in its implications.
From there, the sources track a rapid descent. The storm, the panic dance on the beast.
Kill the beast. Bash him in.
And Simon running out of the darkness trying to tell them the truth about the beast, the dead parachutist.
They mistake him for the beast. The sources are stark. Simon's dead body moved out toward the open sea. Reason is killed along with him.
It's brutal. And the brutality escalates. Jack's tribe raids Ralph's camp.
But not for the conch, interestingly.
No, the conch power is fading for them. They come for something practical, something powerful in a different way.
Piggy's glasses. The means to make fire.
Piggy's line in the source is just heartbreaking. They didn't come for the conch. Ralph, what am I going to do? He's literally and figuratively blind without them.
Which leads to that final, awful confrontation at Castle Rock.
Ralph, Piggy, Sam Narek, they go to demand the glasses back, still clinging to the idea of rules bringing the conch.
Piggy pleading, give me my specs.
But Roger, The source describes him feeling this nameless authority. He doesn't hesitate.
He levers the huge rock,
And the sources describe it with chilling finality. A great rock detached itself.
followed by Piggy and the conch exploded into 1,000 white fragments.
Both gone. Reason and order shattered. Utterly destroyed.
After that, Ralph is alone, hunted like an animal.
The sources show the hunter is using fire, the very thing Ralph wanted for rescue, now as a weapon to destroy and flush him out.
The fire reached the coconut palms, swallowed them noisily. The whole island is consumed.
He makes it to the beach, collapses, looks up.
And there's the naval officer. Rescue.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so strange.
Jarring, yeah. The officer sees the burning island, the painted savages, and his first reaction is,
Fun and games. Asks if they were having a war or something.
it's completely detached from the reality the sources have shown us.
When he asks about deaths, Ralph says, only 2. The officer is surprised. 2 killed.
It just lands with such weight. The adult world arrives, but it doesn't understand the depth of the darkness they fell into.
And Ralph's reaction, finally letting go, the sources say he weeps.
Not just for rescue, but for Piggy, for innocence lost, for the darkness of man's heart. It's a devastating conclusion.
So looking back at these source excerpts, it's a stark journey from that initial hope to utter chaos.
It really shows, doesn't it, how fragile civilization can be, how quickly things can unravel without structure and maybe empathy.
Yeah. What do these specific passages make you think about our own capacity for?
Well, for both building things up and tearing them down.
And what about the fate of Piggy or the conch? What does their destruction, as shown in the sources, say what holds us together?
Heavy questions raised by these texts. We'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts. What stood out to you from this deep dive? Leave us a comment below.
And if you found this worthwhile, please do like and subscribe. It helps others find the discussion.
Definitely. Join us next time. We'll be digging into sources about something completely different, the surprising history of an everyday object.
Looking forward to it. See you then.